commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go!
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big gain there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down, Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. It is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham.
Well, partner, Jimmy is no longer down. Jimmy Graham is back and in a big way. How about this past week? Another excellent game, and I believe he's averaging over 100 yards per game in his last 3 outings.
He is indeed, and you're right. 6 catches, 89 yards in week 6. He's back. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And now the defense for Dallas.
Justin Durant doesn't get mentioned very often in conversation, but at the end of every game, he's made a lot of tackles.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 53 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Graham's got it. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They give it off here to the tight end. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 95. Check backer. Check backer. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They come out here in the eye. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And this is caught on the sideline, but no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds, incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 5-9. Mike 5-9. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Travis Rawls with his first carry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Tempo. Check nickel.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now third down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On third down, Wilson. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second down now after the pass completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Rawls. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's second down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. First down, this is Rawls. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And this seemingly endless drive